Yeah, limiting beliefs are a unique concept that I became aware of uh, probably 10 years ago. And how I became aware of them is I was listening to people's conversations, and they would say things about money that would really surprise me. In fact, I was at a law office not long ago, and the lady who was the receptionist mentioned something about people with money were evil. And I have no idea why she said that, but I guess there was a reason. So we had a conversation, and I asked her why she said that. And she said, well, they are. And I said, well, it's funny. I know a lot of people with money, and I don't think they're evil at all. I said, but I think money doesn't make people evil. And she said, well, I think it does. And I said, well, you and I disagree, because I don't think money makes you evil. I think people are evil, and then they have money. I said, I think there's a difference. So we got into that discussion. But limiting beliefs are real tricky, because limiting beliefs are laid on people at a very young age, and they were given to them by some kind of mentor, teacher, religious institution, somebody that had a parent, grandparent, somebody that had influence. And the fact is that limiting beliefs are nothing more than opinions, and particularly not very good opinions or educated, just opinions. And unfortunately, they get stuck. And when they're stuck and they're running in that tape in your brain, and that tape just keeps running over and over, you begin to believe something that's totally not true. Yeah, I believe they can. I think the first thing is to realize they actually have them. And once they recognize they got a limiting belief, then they say, okay, I got this. What do I do about it? I know I have it. I just went through a conversation with someone last week, ironically, and he's an artist, a very good, talented musician. And he said, Gary, I have a limiting belief. He had read my book. I have a limiting belief that artists are always going to be starving. And I said, that's really interesting, because there's some very rich artists I know, very well.
Not starving.
Far from starving, very well-fed artists, not starving whatsoever. And I said, I think that's a limiting belief. I agree with you. And I said, where did that come from? He said, well, other artists kind of told me that early on, and that I would never make money. And I said, I think that's totally false, because there's plenty of artists that make money, and you just have to get that through your gray matter that says, hey, I've got a problem. I recognize this, but I'm not buying in anymore.
Amazing.